anyone hear me? So, I've got some apologies to Grace, family, friends, and to our grandparents. They've said congratulations on the wedding, and also many of Mum's authors from UK, US, Canada, Australia, and Middle East also say congratulations. So I just add them. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, as best man, I'd like to personally thank you all for coming and attending my brother and now sister-in-law's wedding. But I won't do that because I need to get on with my speech. Instead, let me draw your attention to how fantastic and beautiful the bride and bridesmaids look.
Yeah.
They battled many, many cold winds during the photos, so I think they've come on quite well. Being lovely is nothing new to these girls, but I think that they've certainly outdone themselves today. It's also very, very nice and a good change to see Richard looking very, very sharp. I'd just like to say welcome to my world, Richard. When thinking what to say about Richard and Amy and their relationship today, I couldn't help but notice a big difference between the world of Richard before he met Amy and the world of Richard with Amy. So, much like our calendar today, BC and AD, I decided to draw and halve Richard's timeline into BA, before Amy, and APF, which I know every one of you will understand is a Latin abbreviation for Annus Preclarus Femina, meaning years of the excellent and or beautiful woman. In the BA era, Richard was much like a solitary child on a seesaw. Alone, and he died near a kindred spirit. Some illustrations of this that I thought upon and drew out of my own experience with Richard was we used to do money swaps, and I thought this was awesome. Richard was really, really nice to me in this. Because you see, the bigger the coin, the more expensive it is. But you see, I won out on this because 50-cent coins were silver, but $1 and $2 coins were gold, and Richard really, really liked the colour of gold. So even though he was losing money and swapping me with his 50-cent pieces, he would let me gain from this. And he would take my lower, bad gold coins in exchange for his big coins. So that was a lovely thing that he did for me. Also, I'll never forget Richard trying to convince me that he could fly. And this didn't take off very well, but I'll never remember. I'll never forget. Our walks down to Heatherdale Primary School. He and I used to walk to school together, and one day on our way, we were walking down, Richard was like, oh, I've forgotten my bag, or I've forgotten something from my bag. Keep walking ahead of me, and I'll quickly run back, and I'll try and catch up with you on the way. If not, I'll see you at school. I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. So I walked down, we walked down a street called Brunswick Street, and sure enough, Richard was there waiting for me at this intersection with a roundabout. I was like, how did you get in front of me? That's impossible. He just goes, I flew, Owen. I flew. And I was in grade 1 or 2 at this time, and I was like, I'm pretty sure you can't fly. I don't think that's right. He maintained I flew, and I was like, oh, I don't believe you, but it wasn't until quite a while after that I actually realised he probably just ran down some vacant lots that were parallel to where we were walking. That was Richard. One other thing I'll quickly give you is Richard in sport. Dad covered this a little bit, but one thing I got from Richard, especially before Amy, but still sometimes now, his tales of violence and language and other sort of excitable things that he comes back with. In particular, I love stories of Richard's cricket sledging. One day, I didn't know anything about sledging, and he came back and was telling me about this guy that was bowling against Heathmont, and apparently he just yelled out at the top of his voice, "Spank the rubbish!" at his guys, and I learnt some things from Richard, and that was very, very interesting. It stuck with me. Let me take you to the APF era. It came on with the alacrity of lightning when I woke up one morning and found my house filled with RDL people playing ping pong. This wasn't a normal ping pong match. There is a woman involved in the ping pong match in very high black shoes and a smart business kind of suit. And she was not bad for Richard. She was above his batting average, as I would like to say. Being a younger brother, I questioned him very petulantly, very innocently, possibly incessantly, about this certain girl. And as my investigations continued, as laborious as they were, I found that this Amy girl, this Miss Holt, had taken his fancy quite a lot. There's no way to simply describe the impact of Amy that she's had on Richard's life. To me, I see her as a broad-spectrum antibiotic, easily overpowering and soothing Richard's problems. She, ladies and gentlemen, is his seesaw partner. She's the friend at the dinner table that sits down and can laugh with Richard as he comes home and tells her about some certain customer that he's dealt with in his accounting endeavours that thought he needed to take tablets for his depreciation problems. On several occasions, I've actually had the pleasure of Richard and Amy's company on certain different things. They've taken me to lunch when I've been all alone at the house and Mum and Dad have been gone somewhere. I've hung around their house sometimes when I've had nothing better to do, and I've witnessed the vast Gilmore Girls collection. I believe that's Richard, I could be wrong. And I'll never forget a certain trip to the pool. I think Greg was actually there too, with Richard and Amy. Richard and I were in the water, and this little kid comes along. It was a Pokemon-crazed kid. And he goes, oh, you know, I like Pokemon. I think Richard and I might have mentioned something about it. And to his terror, and Amy and my amusement, Richard, without even skipping a beat of this little kid approaching us, picks me up in the pool and throws me at him going, Pikachu, I choose you! Witnessing these two soften to each other, grow together and pray together, it's been really cool to see that their relationship goes far beyond the ordinary. Richard and Amy really actually work. They even work when Amy asks Richard for a drink and he brings it to her in a funnel. For me, Richard's patience has been an impressive thing. He has many reasons not to hang out with me or have time for me, mostly legitimate ones. I can be a very annoying and irritating younger brother. But one thing that's really stuck with me personally is I failed an accounting unit. I do a business course, and that was one of the mandatory things. And afterwards, when he saw that I was going to have to redo it, he said quite a few times, you know, if you need any help, just come to me, I'll help you with your homework, something like that. Bring it to me, I'll try and explain it to you as best as I can. And he actually done this before, the first time I went through it. But I got to admit, a bit of stubbornness and pride must have prevailed there. And he gave me a lot of help, especially at the end of the semester, when it started drawing to a close. I actually failed my accounting unit the first time, only getting 25 marks out of 100 for the whole semester. The second time, Richard explained everything to me. He was a very, very good teacher. I ended up getting 62 a credit for it, and that was really, he took a lot of time to actually explain junk to me that I had no idea about. Amy, your warm heart and lovely nature have changed Richard. He was okay before, but you have made him a better man. Better man. The Oscar for best man has been taken. I want to thank you for promising to look after my brother and for joining our family. So many people in this world are so scared of being alone, and it's a genuine comfort to know that my only brother is actually being taken care of by someone who actually genuinely loves him, and I hope that he looks after you too. Richard, I want to thank you for making me best man. It's an honest honour, and I haven't taken it for granted. And I've really liked being there to help you out and try to embarrass you, though I don't know if I've done my full job. So everyone, will you please charge your glasses and be upstanding as I propose a toast. To Richard and Amy, a long and happy life.
Yes, Richard and Amy. How do I stop it?